Many moons ago, my friend was having a wedding that I was not invited to, but I did receive a call at about 5 o'clock. Very confused. I was a little bit disturbed. I don't know why I'm getting a call at 5 in the afternoon. It's my free day. I didn't have any work. So I answered the phone begrudgingly, and he says, "Hey, man, can you pick me up from the hospital?" I'm confused. I didn't know what was going on. He says, "I got into a car crash." I said, "Oh, call an Uber or something like that, right?" He said, "I don't have any money." I said, "You don't have any money? What? Why don't you have any money?" I'm a little bit concerned. Why don't you have any money? What's going on? You didn't get a job. You just got a new job. He just got a new job. I was stumbled over my words, didn't know what was happening. He said, "Well, okay, I just paid for my wedding." I said, "You had a wedding? You didn't tell me?" I didn't know I wasn't invited. Didn't know what was going on. Didn't know what was happening there. I was a little bit angry. He said, "Sorry, man. There's a few reasons why I didn't invite you to the wedding." I didn't know the reasons, but I'll figure out about that later. So I say, "All right, I'll pick you up from the hospital." Leg completely crushed. Leg annihilated. Just leg destroyed. Don't know what's going on there. The hospital's telling me that I shouldn't take him out, but he says, "No, I want to go. I got to get to my wedding. I got to make sure I get there." So I drive him to the wedding, and I get there, and everybody's scowling at me. Everybody's angry. Everybody's confused. I don't know what's going on. Little did I know, I didn't know who he was marrying. The mom says, "You shouldn't have come here." I said, "Whoa, that feels a little bit racist despite the fact that you're black. I don't know what's happening here. I feel somehow racially motivated. I don't know what's going on here. I didn't know what's going on." I had assumed racism, but it was my own actions that caused me to not be there. So upon seeing the woman approach and seeing the bride, I immediately recognized why I shouldn't be there. "This is my ex." I said, "Oh, you're marrying my ex. Wow, I shouldn't be there." Little known fact, my ex was wildly obsessed with me to the point where if she saw me, she might have dropped the entire wedding. And lo and behold, she sees the man, destroyed leg, trying his best to get to the wedding, and then she sees me and says, "KK," and does the craziest move ever. Jumps on me. Jumps on me, wraps her legs around me, and I do a little spin to try to get her off, but everybody just sees the jump, so it looks horrible on my end. It looks like I'm spinning a pirouette her, but I'm trying to get her off me. And she says, "I didn't know, I haven't seen you in so long." She just starts going crazy, talking a mile a minute, much like me. And I say, "Okay, calm down. This is your husband. I picked him up from the hospital because his leg is crushed." She said, "Yeah, but that's because I couldn't get to you." And I said, "No, no." And the dad of my friend says, "Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. This is ridiculous. See, this is why you don't break the bro code. She's obsessed with this man." Whole fracas. Dude's leg is broken, completely destroyed. And as they're all arguing, having a horrible time, I basically ruined the wedding just by my presence because I got that aura and I got that dog in me. I drive away. I have 57 calls from this woman. She's just actively trying to get in contact with me again because somehow she got my number again. Don't really know how that happened. She probably thought I didn't exist, or she probably thought I was a figment of her imagination, but I'm actually her wildest dreams. I'm not that. I'm not that much of a catch. I didn't mean to ruin a wedding that way. Hated every second of that.